Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about were the black race made in a lab? There's been rumors going on in 2026 even, it's been going on for 100 years or so. The black people were made in a lab, and I have a PhD in the subject of the black anatomy, so I will be talking about the subject in professional detail. So there was this sociologist in 1926, his name is Patrick Simpson. So basically, he made a report on where black people made. Like he has many books about the black race. He was also called a heretic and a racist, as you know. But obviously, he was just trying to get the point off. Like a point on. He was trying only evidence and facts. So whoever was really hurt was really emotionally disturbed and emotionally they weren't emotionally intellectual, if you know. Like they didn't know how to use the emotion in the correct manner. So basically, this person Patrick Simpson, he wrote in his book that in 1840 there was a lab in North Dakota. It was run by the Russians actually. So there's a man by named his name was like Max Simpson, right? He was actually one of the first black people to ever exist. As you've seen before the 1840s, there were no black people. There were literally no black people in the world. There's no black people. If there's black people, it's just they're painted black. They're not actually black. So racism actually started in the 1850s. You know why? Because there was a riot in 1847 that they were accusing of them being made in a lab because where'd they come from? They started in the 1840s. But history tells you they started way back then. They were not made in a lab. But this is actually false because there is not a single report in the whole world that the black people were actually born before 1840. So the actual first person was the guy I just named. I low-key forgot his name, but that guy right there, right? So basically him, right? So he was the first black person to ever exist. He was made in a lab. You had to basically put this it's called ATP formulas in his brain, in his arms, to it basically physically enhance. This was a weapon actually, modern. It was a weapon then to actually become like black people physically fit and they could like fight in wars for the Russians. So the Americans discovered this, and then they tried to hide all the lab stuff. They bombed the Russians, and then there were not. So basically, it began. They were really athletic in the beginning, but the Americans bombed the lab, so there were not that many of them. So they genetically decreased over time, but there's still 6'7" black 260 men like LeBron James, as we see in this world. So what we must do is bring this to light that the Americans had to do what they had to do, but the truth must prevail, even in the darkest moments. So this is all I have to say for today's video.